In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how does Bitcoin work and what you need to know about Bitcoin if you're a beginner. So if you're a Bitcoin beginner, pay close attention to this video because I want to share with you everything that you need to know about Bitcoin because this technology is the future and this technology is here to stay. I'm going to just briefly read through this blog on bitcoin.org where I basically explain how Bitcoin works. My name is Cliff Pierre. I am the founder of a digital marketing agency named Revenue Boomers, and I also have a book called What is Bitcoin? Understanding Bitcoin and Blockchain Made Simple. I'm going to put a link for the book in the description below. So if you really want to understand Bitcoin, I definitely suggest you read that book. But let's get right into it. All right. So the basics for new users, right? As a new user, you can get started with Bitcoin. All you need is a Bitcoin wallet. Like the same way. So once you install the Bitcoin wallet on your computer or mobile phone, it will generate your first Bitcoin address. Most people will use like exchanges to actually create a Bitcoin address. So if you go to a website like Coinbase.com, you can buy, sell, and trade Bitcoin. Binance, Coinbase, FX, Gemini. There's plenty of exchanges where you can buy and trade Bitcoin. Same way like people buy and sell and trade stocks on the stock market. There's markets where you can buy, sell, and trade Bitcoin, and you can go create a free account. It's free. Once you create an account, they'll give you the option to deposit Bitcoin into your account. Actually, you have to deposit money into your account, and then you can basically buy Bitcoin with that money. That's really simple, right? So you deposit money, you can buy Bitcoin, and you can have Bitcoin in your Bitcoin wallet. Bitcoin is traditionally a store of value, so people that buy Bitcoin do not go and spend it. It's not. It's like gold. You don't take gold and go buy like groceries with it. People will buy gold as a store of value. People will buy Bitcoin as a store of value. So that's just the general. What is Bitcoin? Now we're gonna get into like how does it work. So Bitcoin is built on something called the blockchain, and the blockchain is a shared public ledger on which the entire Bitcoin network relies. So a shared public ledger is the bank. For example, every time you deposit money into the bank has a ledger of every single transaction. It's a private ledger that only the bank can see, and they can confirm Cliff put $1 in this person's account, so we're going to move $1 from Cliff's account to this person's account. And then there's a note in a ledger recording every single transaction from my account to that person's account and from your account to another person's account, and just in general. It's a statement basically that only the bank controls, but a shared public ledger is something that everybody has access to. So imagine a million people being able to see this wallet address. Wallet address A just sent money to wallet address B. So wallet B received this much, and wallet A, we're going to minus that from wallet A and we're going to add that to wallet B. And that's really it. So it's a shared public ledger and it's decentralized, which means nobody can control it or no government owns it and no one individual entity can shut it down. All confirmed transactions are included in the blockchain or on the blockchain, and it allows Bitcoin wallets to calculate their spendable balance so that new transactions can be verified, thereby ensuring they're actually owned by the spender. And the integrity and the chronological order of the blockchain are enforced with cryptography. So cryptography is used to encrypt and decrypt messages. So if I want to send you a private message, I want to encrypt that message, and then you're going to receive that message and you can decrypt that message once you receive it. So cryptography is used just to send money, and it basically minimizes the double spend problem. So the double spend problem is when how how do I know that person A has one Bitcoin and then person A didn't copy that Bitcoin and send it to five people? So that's the double spend problem. And Satoshi Nakamoto solved the double spend problem with the blockchain because the shared public ledger will see this person just sent one Bitcoin to this person. So there's no way that person A can send Bitcoin to person B, C, D, E with the same Bitcoin. The ledger is going to see like, all right, that's not possible. So the shared public ledger is what keeps track of every single transaction. The same way the bank keeps track of every single transaction. If you try to send somebody $1,000, but you only have $1 in your bank account, it's going to deny the transaction. The blockchain works just the same way. So transactions and private keys. A transaction is a transfer of value between Bitcoin wallets that gets included in the blockchain. Bitcoin wallets keep a secret piece of data called a private key or a seed, which is used to sign transactions, providing a mathematical proof that they have come from the owner of the wallet. The signature also prevents the transaction from being altered by anybody once it has been issued. All transactions are broadcast to the network and usually begin to be confirmed within 10 to 20 minutes through a process called mining. So the private key, I don't want to get into that because that can get confusing, but reread this if that's confusing. And when it comes to Bitcoin mining, like the signature is like a transaction ID. So whenever you send money to person A to person from whenever you send money from person A to person B, there's a transaction ID that will come with that. That transaction ID signifies like, all right, this transaction ID is attached to this specific transaction, and essentially the signature acts as a transaction ID. And then the process of mining is where people, all right, so mining is a distributed consensus system that is used to confirm pending transactions by including them in the blockchain. So miners are people that are actually solving these mathematical problems. And if they solve the mathematical problem, they get rewarded in Bitcoin. And how it basically works is they're validating each individual transaction that happened on that block. Once they mine that block, they'll get rewarded in Bitcoin. The entire network will see, all right, this person mined this block. Do we have consensus? Does 1,000 people have consensus that these transactions mined from this miner, does that make sense and did that actually happen? Once everybody has consensus, that block is hashed, and then we go on to the next transaction, and then miners are competing to solve that next puzzle or that cryptographic puzzle or mathematical problem to get rewarded in Bitcoin, basically. So it enforces a chronological order in the blockchain, protects the neutrality of the network, and allows different computers to agree on the state of the art of the system. To be confirmed, transactions must be packed in a block that fits very strict cryptographic rules that will be verified by the network. These rules prevent previous blocks from being modified because doing so would invalidate all the subsequent blocks. Mining also creates the equivalent of a competitive lottery that prevents any individual from easily adding new blocks consecutively to the blockchain. In this way, no group or individuals can control what is included in the blockchain or replace parts of the blockchain to roll back their own spend. So block A, or let's say block 1, in order to change block 1 while we're on block 10, you need to go back 9 blocks, change the transaction, and then you need to catch up to block 20 because it takes 10 minutes approximately to mine each block. So it's like you need to go back 90 minutes and then you need to catch up 90 minutes and then you need to have consensus with the entire community that says, okay, this block or this chain is actually validated and has consensus. So it's like, how can you change block 1 without disrupting the system? So how he created it is basically like, you can't change block 1 because it'll take you 10 minutes to mine block 2, 10 minutes to mine block 3, 10 minutes to mine block 4, while the system is actually on block 20. So it's like the system's gonna be like, wait, we're on block 20 and this one person is on block 3. That's most likely an invalidated chain. So we're not gonna meet consensus on that, and they're just gonna ignore it, and they're gonna focus on the longer chain, which is block 20. So this is just a short summary of Bitcoin, and if you want to learn more, you can actually read the original white paper that describes its design, the developer communication, or the Bitcoin wiki. I'm going to create some more videos on this. If this was confusing, I'm sorry. Bitcoin and crypto technically can be a little confusing, but the main gist is Bitcoin is a digital currency. The blockchain is a distributed ledger. Mining acts as approving and processing the transactions, and the community is run without a central government or a central authority that controls it. That is Bitcoin and blockchain technology made simple. And if you're still watching this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, subscribe below. And if you really want to learn Bitcoin, get my book as well. What is Bitcoin? Understanding Bitcoin and Blockchain. I'm going to create a course and actually be teaching people as well. So be on the lookout for all that. See you on the next one. Peace out.